Hey gods and goddesses, welcome back to another video. I appreciate y'all subscribing and watching. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I'm so happy. Um, Today I have a celebrity reading that I felt like I was needed to do, and I felt like it's a good time to do it, and why not? So today I am doing a T.I and Tiny psychic reading to have more insight on what's going on in their world and what's happening. So I stepped into their vibration already and tapped into the cards. So we will get started in a second. But first, once again, if you like my vibes or you just like the energy of this video or you feel like this valid, go right ahead and comment positive vibes only, and feel free to like if you enjoyed my vibes and this video, and go right ahead to share if you care, because you never know who may need to see this. And also, most importantly, feel free to subscribe so you know the next time I go live. So let's get started on this T.I and Tiny mess. All right. Right off the bat, when I think of T.I and Tiny, I think um, my guides just tell me right away there's gonna be stuff to do alleged, like with the alleged stuff that's going on. It's gonna be stuff to do with molestation, um, underage girls. Um, a lot is gonna come forth, and a lot of victims are gonna come out. Some that weren't victims, and some, like, there's gonna be some people that do come out for the sake of clout, but there is gonna be a lot of people coming out that are actual victims. And I feel like this is a serious case. Um, if you or anyone you know is dealing with some type of assault in that way, it's best to always report early and right away. I know it's hard to be a victim of any type of crime like this. That's very like I don't even know the words. I forgot what I was gonna say. It just got out of my head. Anywho, if you're being violated or you know somebody's being violated, report right away, because you could stop the crime of somebody to continue this violation. And I'm sorry for those victims, alleged victims that are going through what had happened to them through T.I and Tiny. And I wish y'all well, love, light, and healing. So let's step into their vibration and see what's going on and what they're thinking and what they're going to do or what's going to happen with the case. So first, let's find out what's going to happen with their cases against them. The Fool and Nine of Swords. I feel like the Fool card is saying that they thought they got away with all this stuff. They thought that this could be under the covers. Like, even though it was public that they have like affair, I mean, you know, alleged affairs or whatever, they felt like, okay, this is gonna be something that will go away. This is something that, it's normal, and we normalized it. And I think this is like ritualistic, like them going and messing with young people, or because most of them are young. But anyways, them going and messing with people underage or just young or whatever, alleged. Um, they thought these people would not ever file against them because they're powerful and they have so much running for them. Like, they have people backing them up from like different districts. I hear police. I feel like they felt like they had everyone having their back, like they could cover up their tracks. And I feel like, in all reality, about a lot of things in Hollywood are really not, like, not everything glitters is gold in Hollywood. I feel like there's a lot of like corruption. I think everybody knows that by now. There's a lot of things that go wrong in Hollywood, and a lot of people want to save their own flap, so they try not to get involved or try not to say too much. This is like sadness from the women being violated. Possibly it could be men too. Um, but I really feel like it's a lot of women that are being violated. Nine of Swords and the Fool. People were, tricked into this thinking that, I would feel great. Knight of Coins, like, this man has money, this couple has money, they have a certain lifestyle. I'm going to be treated great in this lifestyle. Oh, I must feel like, like an angel going to God in their opinion. Like, this is a getaway, the chariot upside down. It was a getaway. They felt like this is the way, like, feeling empty and thinking that this is going to get them away from feeling, satisfied. But that wasn't what ended up happening. What ended up happening is a lot of people felt empty, they felt violated, and they realized soon the later that this was not what they insisted for. The devil. This is really demonic stuff. This is really deep stuff. I don't want to tap into too much, but I do know that this is very demonic stuff. This is ritualistic. This is some things that people are doing in Hollywood industry to stay young. This is things that people are doing like I feel like I'm a strong believer in soul ties. When you mess with somebody, you take their entity, their energy, and you become a part of them in a way, and they become a part of you in a way. It's a soul contract you get into. Three of coins. You know, some people are here for money, and there's going to be some settlements that are going to happen because there's too much evidence against them. Three of swords. I think, yeah, it's a lot of heartbreak. It's a lot of sadness, a lot of losses, a lot of loss of contracts. The sun, like they're not people that you would like to look at them in the lightest way. They're people that, from tapping into their energy, that are very, very much like they dip and dabble in everything. They don't care. They think, you know, who cares? We're having fun. We're trying to stay young kind of energy because they feel like this is just, a lifestyle. Like, who isn't doing this? And who isn't getting cheated on? I feel like this coming from Tiny feels like that. I feel like she feels like who isn't getting cheated on, who isn't getting played, who isn't fooling around. At least I'm with my husband. At least I'm married to him. At least I know in the end of the day when we're rock solid goal old, we're gonna be great. But I really feel strongly there's gonna be jail involved in this. There's gonna be a trap. There's gonna be something that traps them into jail. Tell me more about the fool. Yeah, I feel like they thought they got away. They thought, no one's gonna come for us. Who would ever try us? And I also feel like they might have saw this coming, like before it became out in public. I feel like it was addressed. Protect your dreams. I think this is also a lesson, a universal lesson for everybody to understand that you need to be more aware of their surroundings. Like some people are not as light as you think they are, and more aware of what people are doing out here, and more like don't be oblivious to things or don't think, oh, this is just one night, oh, whatever, because those soul ties add up. See, transformation. This is a way to help the universe, like the world, really open their eyes to seeing how pedophilia is something that we really seriously need to come at. We need to come at with all full force and all hands on deck. That's what I'm hearing. Inspiration. It should inspire Knight of Coins. I feel like this inspires people to realize that if you want power, if you want wealth, it has great responsibility. You can't be out here reckless. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some jail time involved. Most likely, I feel like T.I might take the fall and might apologize publicly and might say, "Oh, like this was just me being reckless. I was on drugs." I feel like friendship is saying how a lot of people felt like they signed up, like the chariot, meaning friendship. So that means from the oracle. I feel like a lot of people thought they signed up for a real friendship. Like this is genuine. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time. Like how can this go wrong? You know? And I feel like some people were traumatized for years. Some ended up becoming addicts after the fact if they were allegedly drugged. Just a lot of messiness, a lot of like trauma that I feel. Like I feel drugs, I feel sex, I feel like violation, I feel like trained getting run. Like it's really disgusting. Look in a book, the devil. I feel like they need to be, this look in the book card is really talking about spirituality. Whatever you believe in, whatever you may not believe in, T.I Tiny, I feel like looking into the great book, the Bible, whether you're a Christian or not, or anything, just spiritual in general, just look into something that may teach you a lot about spirituality. I feel like T.I is the man that reads a lot. He is like being in jail. He has had a lot of time in his hands to read. That's why he's able to rap in certain ways and use certain big words or whatever. And I feel like Yeah, he's gonna look into like, researching and like the law to see how he can get away with this or whatever. But also, I also feel like this is like he should know better. Like, yes, you read all these books. Why are you out here doing foul things? You should know better. You should know, like, I don't think, I think there's a little bit of T.I. that's a little bit, like, not mentally stable. Like, I feel like a little bit of him has, like, a tick. Like, he loves control. He enjoys control. Wish wisely, three of coins. I think this is a lifestyle that he manifested for himself. He manifested a life where he could be with somebody who he can control and be down for whatever. Three of swords, divination. I feel like they need to be more in touch with their higher selves and stop being low vibes by doing all this stuff. The sun, like I said, they're not the light. And I got temptation. So that means that I feel like he may have a sex addiction. And that's what's causing him to be in this way and be in this form because he feels like, oh, if I'm not satisfied, like he's narcissistic, yes, but he also, it gives me pimp vibes, sex addiction, controlling, narcissistic, all that. Like he feels the need to be that kind of person. But I'm not going to sit here and say Tiny's a victim. I think Tiny went along to get along. She went along to get along because she felt like, this is the man I have kids with. Like she's very attached. Like she has daddy issues. And that's why this combination worked for so long, even though they had breakups and divorcing and almost and all this craziness happened over and over again and reality shows, contracts. I think people are just sick of their stuff. I think people are just ready to throw them under the bus because it's like you can't be too powerful per se that you think to the point that you can control or dominate all people. I think this is a lesson for the whole world to understand that um, we need to teach the younger generation about, yes, be like you're allowed to do what you want sexually, but also take responsibility. You can't expect life to go well if you're going to be attaching and dipping and dabbling all into different spirits and souls. I remember when I was a kid, there was a story that was teaching about sex, and there was like this man that spoke to his son about sex and saying, let me tell you something about sex. And he took a stick and he kept poking holes, and every hole he went in through the stick, the dirt, more dirt kept taking on, right? And what the man was saying, yes, you may be able to dip and dabble because you may have the key to a woman's heart or the key to go unlock every woman, but the problem is you take a piece of them with you. So he was talking about different spirits, different souls coming, like interlocking and entities, and it's really disturbing when um you're sexually. It's not wrong to be sexually active. I mean, it's human nature, but you need to know your limit. You need to know your boundaries. And you need to know your worth. You can't be in like I feel like Tiny's still 16 in her head. She doesn't really know her worth. She feels like this is okay, and she feels like this is the only way to keep her man. I think she's given so much for him, but I'm not gonna sit here and say she's entirely a victim because I think she, I think she may have some psychopathic ways that she would like kill or whatever for him. In my opinion, I think she has some ways that she would literally do anything for this man, like anything as horrible as like really anything. So she has some psycho ways, and then he has some narcissistic and sex, sex addiction. Like it's really not a healthy environment, and I really feel like um, what's gonna happen in the end result of everything is that there's just gonna be a lot of like people needing to be paid off. There's going to be some jail time involved, and there's definitely going to be a lot of apologies. I do see T.I. coming out and apologizing. I felt like they thought they covered their tracks by going on Red Table Talk and discussing about what had happened with with the whole like him being obsessive with his daughter not being a virgin or whatever. They thought they covered their tracks there, but they didn't. And I think they're losing a lot of contracts. They're gonna hit them where it hurts. Like if they don't go to jail for what they had done, or if there's not enough evidence, for sure karma will never forget. Karma is like a horror that is with everyone gets it. It just goes everywhere. So Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be ending in such a horrible disaster. I feel like this is a lesson to teach my spirit. My guides are telling me this is a lesson for the world to see that, not everything that glitters is gold, and not money is everything. I mean, everybody, like, who wants to be broke? Everyone loves money. But I'm just saying, like, don't get it to the point that it's like you want to be so disgustingly dominant of people. You want to take over their souls, basically. This is what you're doing. And I feel like what you get is what you give. That's what it comes down to. So I think their karma is due, and I think the devil always comes back to collect. And that's exactly what's happening right now. The devil's coming back to collect because you may make a deal with the devil and you may win or get everything ultimately quickly, but just best believe he always comes to collect. So I think that's the message for them. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you liked my vibes and you like this video and you like the message, feel free to like. If you also liked it or resonated, or you feel like some things I said resonated or are facts, or validation for it, feel free to comment. Positive vibes only. And feel free to share if you care, because you never know who needs to watch this, or if you just care. And also, most importantly, subscribe so you know the next time I go live. Thank you so much, gods and goddesses, and see you soon.